Yo, 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 it's your boy EVsmokeATX, Big Texas. You already know the vibes. Hey, I want to just show that shot before that beautiful sun going down. As you can see, it's beautiful sun going down. But we're going to come over here for a minute in this video today. We're going to talk about that bad boy there for a minute and, you know, Plaids in general. No, you know what? Teslas in general, we're going to keep it, you know, cordial and so on. So, all right, is it focused? All right, I'm sorry about that. I'm doing it on my own solo. Came out here to the country and stuff. You know, it was a pretty hot day out here in Austin, though. But welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, but if you are it's not your first time, welcome back as well. Thank you, I appreciate you. So today I just want to talk about here in this video here a couple things here. We're gonna talk about making the Plaid fast. Nah, not that. Catch me on the next video. We're gonna be able to talk about more of that. I got some stuff I'm finna come out. I'm gonna talk a little bit more about that in depth once I get the clear to do so and so on. You know, just kind of give a little pro tips on that. So stay tuned for those videos coming up very soon and so on. But today I want to talk about safety, because and what making me, you know, do this video here today. It was brought to my attention. Of course, you know, if you catch my other video, I did a video a while back when a certain track, you know, I don't want to call that track name, but it's in the video. Check out my old video. I'll link it to the video that deals with at the end, or the link in the bio, the description here, or the end of the video. But when they banned it, that certain track banned it EVs because of safety, you know, fires and so on. But like I told, you know, I did, you know, do your research. You can see, you know, search, Google, whatever, however you choose to do it, Grok, whatever your choice. But you can ask how many fires that happen at the racetrack or so on when it relates to Tesla, Plaids or whatever. But today I want to talk about the Pyro Fuse. I had one, but I left it at a location where I was at a couple days ago. I meant to bring it with me, but I forgot it at the shop. So sorry about that. I was gonna have it in my hand, but you can Google it and it'll pull up the image of it. Because depending on the model, like for example, my 2013 White Ghost Model S, it got a different type Pyro Fuse versus the newer models today and how they making them today and so on. That's on here. So if, you know, for the people that's wondering what I'm talking about, Pyro Fuse, that's a big safety, I would say a safety in play on the Plaids, Teslas in general. I'm sorry, I keep saying Plaid, but Teslas general. So what that does, basically, you know, it will, if something happened, it will basically kills the power of the high voltage in the event of a crash or rollover or anything in that nature. So, but somebody was talking about that. So that was kind of bringing me to another safety that they don't give Tesla the credit that is deserved. It's just, once again, you hear all the negativity when people put out there about Tesla fires, this and that, but they don't never talk about how safe these cars are. And I'm speaking to this one today because I speak with confidence when I say this and stand on it. How this is one of the safest cars at the racetrack when we out there doing our thing. Let me say that again. And I'm gonna say why I say that. I'm gonna show you why I say that, because I talk about it in another video, but I'm gonna talk about a fresher version update. But this is one of the safest cars at the track, if you ask me, and especially do a number that these can do and what they can do, whether you like it or not. You know, some people, you know, they feel some way, but hey, that's neither here or there, as they say. But when I say one of the safest cars at the track, You got traction control, smart traction control. You got a lot of safety measures. We got to keep in mind too, we got airbags and stuff for the ones that still got theirs in there. Now there's some plaids out there that they completely gutted their plaids where they don't have no airbags, no nothing. No, that's not the case here. We're going to keep all that. We got all that in here still. Every factory airbag in here is still in play, curtain airbags as well. But back to what I'm talking about here. Excuse me, I tend to get off topic sometimes. I'll be rambling, so please forgive me for that. I'm trying to get better with that because this YouTube thing, like I said, it has helped me become better and comfortable in front of this camera, and you know, so bear with me. I get better and better with time, like fine wine, you know. So hey, I'm sorry, but the safety. When I say that, I mean that because it's a lot of things in play on this car from Tesla, period, in general. But like I said, I'm one of the safest cars out there as far as when I'm on the track doing my thing. But I'm gonna talk about the pyro fuse for a sec. You know, in the event something happened, the car crashes, the car roll over, tilt or whatever, you know, maybe it's set in play for to keep, you know, things like that happen from the high voltage battery doing damage. You know, catching fire, exploding, etc., etc. If you don't believe me, Google that. But people never talk about that. But this is one of the safest cars proven out there. But you know, for a tractor, so-called to my abandoned EVs, it wasn't about just about the EV. It was more, you know, it was a little deeper than that. You know, once again, check that video out. I'm not gonna get into that detail though. So the pyro fuse. I remember, I'm gonna tell the story right here. Matter of fact, for my my fab guy, this is an early model Gen 1 when Plaid's first was released right here. There was a lot of things changed on these cars from previous Model S's when they did the Plaid. A lot of more safe. That's why when I say safety, because we know. So what I'm trying to say is my fab guy, shout out to Irwin, Elite Performance out there in San Antonio, you know, it was a costly experience, we should say. You know, we can laugh about it now. You know, it was it cost them. So what I mean by that, when we was getting this car modified and getting the stuff done, the seats replaced from the factory seats, because you know they got airbags and so on. You got error codes and stuff. You got to, you know, because I don't got no error codes on my car. That was my pet peeve there, you know. And you know, we want to erase and do our thing, change things out, but still keep it nice and factory. No codes, no, you know, Christmas tree lit up, error codes and all that, you know, faulty codes, etc. But anyway, so they was doing their things, making resistors and, you know, here and there, you know, doing what they doing. It was some things that he, I'm gonna talk about much as I can, you know. It was some stuff in there with the geo sensors and things in there. They had took apart underneath the car to, you know, in the computer, you know, to do what they need to do, testing and tweaking there. So keep in mind the car was completely dead. Disconnect power when they was messing with that, so you won't, you know, short circuit anything or whatever. So, from my understanding, I wasn't there when it happened, but he sent me, you know, I remember a couple years ago he sent me the videos about it and showed me and so on. So what happened was they was doing some testing. They had the sensors just hanging. One of the gyro sensors, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it's called. It was just hanging. So I remember he said they was testing some things out. So, you know, testing here, you know, hook the battery back up or connect the battery or whatever. So they was connecting the power back to it. In the event of connecting the power back to the car, when they had that sensor just hanging and dangling, one of the side, the side curtain airbag, I can't remember if it was the left side or the right side, but one of the sides of the curtain, I think it was the right side. The curtain airbag immediately deployed when he hooked it back up. You know, said it scared the mess out of them. They wasn't ready for that. So come to find out of the studies of the Plaid, a newer security measure that was in play on these Plaids, that basically what the car thought it was, the car basically thought it was on his side because the sensor was just hanging as he, you know, hooked the power back up to it, which is an experience. They didn't know that at first. It was a, you know, costly experience because the sensor was not mounted back properly like it was when the battery was hooked up. So they thought the car thought it was on his side. So he immediately deployed the airbags, the curtain airbags out, and popped the pyro fuse. Now I remember this because it was a process that we had to go through to get this back going, because, you know, once the pyro fuse popped, the car is, you know, completely dead. You cannot do anything, you know, no matter what, until you replace that pyro fuse, because once again, the car thought it was on its side, which it really wasn't. It was just the sensors inside of there that they left loose at the time of testing. Okay, so that brought a lot of new process we had to go through. For once, it was hard to get a pyro fuse at the time for the Plaid, because hey, the Plaid was fairly still new. I just got this baby, you know, when it first just came out. You know, production was steady ramping up, it was on back order, et cetera, et cetera. So it took a while to get the pyro fuse for the Plaid, for this Gen 1. Okay, so we finally got the pyro fuse. I wish I had Erwin here to kind of talk with me on this, but you know, because it was his process that he did. I was just going, you know, I was kept in the loop on what was going on. But basically, the pyro fuse is on back order, or so it was hard to get the pyro fuse. But when he did get the pyro fuse, there's still some other steps he had to do. You had to reprogram some stuff, because it was kind of like out of there. But also too, had to get the curtain airbag replaced. Had to, you know, wait on that to come in, a replacement there. But not just that, it was some other things we had to do, had to get cleared out, because when that airbag deployed, it had a, you know, on the vent state, you know, the airbag was deployed. So we had to get that cleared out, because it was kind of like basically saying the car was in an accident or so, which it wasn't. It was just the airbag deployed. So it was a process to get that. I mean, you know, we had to make sure all that was clear back out. You know, it was a process. We had to go through and get it done, and we got it done. But yeah, thanks to my guys at the San Antonio Tesla out there in San Antonio. But we got it taken care of. We got it figured out. So in the midst of that, we learned that lesson, and then I hope you can see me out here still, because it is kind of dark. I didn't bring my light. I'm sorry about that. And I'll try to wrap this up. But it did bring out some new learning curve experience that we learned, and I'm gonna be sharing more about it as well. But that was a key thing I want to say. That was one safety thing that I was like, we was both blown away. You know, it was a cost, like you say, it cost, but we glad we learned. Now we know, and we learned that, you know, you learn things, you know, you learn as you go. So that was one good thing we learned, and we learned some other things about the car as well in the process of getting it modified and getting this, you know, getting this thing, you know, getting the thing going with it, you know, what he doing now. But the moral of the story, safety, safety, safety. Tesla has the most safety on these cars. Not just the Plaid, I'm just talking about especially all the newer cars going forward. You can listen to people make these assumptions and all that. They just be, like I said, just all the negativity and just all the hating, whatever. But I'm speaking, when I speak about something and speak with confidence, I speak from experience, or deal my deep dive in it, or knowing the right people. Now, if you know, you know, I'm not gonna get too deep in there, but if you know, you know. I know people that know people, honestly, you know. So that's why I respect, you know, the NDA, because certain things you just don't talk about and so on. That's why certain things we don't talk about this bad boy. But I'm finna start letting out little secrets here and there that I'm clear to talk about. So stay tuned for those videos as well. All right, sorry about that. My gimbal, I didn't bring my digital camera with me, but anyway, my gimbal decided the battery wanted to die. It be like that, you know. I don't use it too often like I should, but when I need it, it ain't charged up like it was. Or when I don't need it, it's fully charged sometimes. Well, I tell you. But sorry about that. But like I was saying, I know the right people, you know people that know people. So, you know, take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, so yeah, that was the moral of the video here. I just wanted to talk about that briefly there, you know, and definitely stay tuned for the other videos to come. We're gonna start talking about a little bit more, you know, stuff on here, you know, some things you can probably do to kind of make your you know, Plaid a little faster if you want to go so. And also, I just want to put this out here. Ask your favorite racer, hey, race EVsmoke. He ready for it. Any Plaid out there. I don't care which Plaid it is. I don't sit up there and say, you know, people say it for me, but I don't know why they say it, you know. I don't say I'm the fastest Plaid in the world. Reason why, because I don't show my time, but I just line it up, you know, let the car speak for itself, you know. You know, I'm all about more of an action than saying, you know, anybody can say anything, you know, but The proof is in the pudding, as they say, you know. I'm going to show you why this is a true one-on-one here. But ask your favorite racer, why you want to race EVsmoke? He just want to line it up and make it happen. Let's, you know, let's do that thing, you know. Line it up. And the new Corvette, that new Corvette. I would love to get my, you know, get beside any one of those side by side at the 1/8 mile or the 1/4 mile track. It don't matter. But anyway, that's pretty much it for this video here. But definitely check out this other video where, you know, why they so-called say they banned EVs at that track. If you want to go back and look at that video there, and stay tuned for the other ones to come. But definitely, if you know, hit the like button to help your boy out, this channel. You got anything, you know, let me know in the comments if you want to know some more about, or you want to see more about this bad boy when it's not at the track in the meantime. So definitely catch that. We got an event coming up soon, a 2-day event out there in Dallas at the track. So, you know, ready to line up against anybody. But, you know, leave in the comments if you got any, you know, questions you want to know or ask me about. Depending on what it is, you know, we can talk about it. But ask your favorite racer, why you want to race Smoke, or would you race Smoke? Let's line it up. He ready for anything, anybody, you know. But I'm looking for all plaids right now, and prefer that new Corvette, whatever that new Corvette is, the ZX1R, whatever. Any of that bad boy, you know. Come on, let's make it happen. Definitely like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more. Check out the other videos. Your boy EVsmoke. Peace. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell.